Hey guys, welcome to the first installment of Jackson Egg Company Explains. And today I'm going to be talking about non-GMOs. So we just kind of wanted to explain some of the science behind this. We provide two non-GMO products and then our just regular cage-free, which does not use non-GMO feed. And I think there's a lot of confusion behind this, so just wanted to kind of explain the science of it. So if you start out with your non-GMO, or the majority of what feed is made in America, which is GMO. And of course, GMO stands for genetically modified organism. So basically what that means is that a scientist went into a plant and took out just a short piece of the code in its DNA, replaced it with something else, and then that protein is made differently. So here's the explanation of it. So if you have DNA, it's all made up of just 4 different base pair options. So you've got thymine and adenine that always pair up together, and then guanine and cytosine that or cysteine, that always pair together. So that's your only 4 options. So the DNA is just made up of just a row of those. And then what that does is it codes to an amino acid. So your 3 base pairs, so each 3 of these would pair to just one single amino acid, and that's how it codes it. And then it makes proteins. So basically what they're doing then is they go into this DNA in the base pairs and they change it. So now you have CAG, cysteine, adenine, guanine, instead of guanine, cysteine, adenine. Barely different, but that codes to a different amino acid. So that's why you have different amino acids that come out. There's 26 of those possible. So by doing that then, whenever the protein is made, it's really neat in my opinion. From that ribosome it's being made, and it's just like keep on tacking on another amino acid and pushing it out. The chemical interactions make that protein just like fold and becomes this huge long loop of amino acids that folds into, a tight ball that then has some kind of operation behind it basically. So that's why you end up with this squiggly line, because it's got a different protein, but because of its shape and function and chemical, just anything on the chemical structure of it, gives it a different function. So you can see that looks a little bit different than this. And the whole reason is because you had just like a couple of amino acids that were different and it folded up differently. So that the reason behind it is because on the plant side, then we can make these genetically modified organisms a lot more efficient, produce a lot better, use less water. You can spray Roundup on them. A lot of different useful things about genetically modified organisms. So either way, if you want to buy a non-GMO egg, then that would come from non-GMO feed. What that means is that in the feed we don't use any of those GMO products. We only use the non-GMO feeds. So either way, the chicken is going to eat one or the other, right? And that's what's on your carton. So the chicken eats it. It goes through its digestive system. The proventriculus takes that protein that you see here, breaks it down into like short little pieces of it. Then in the small intestine, those short little pieces are further broken down to make your amino acids. And then that chicken uses its amino acids to form whatever the heck it wants to. Maybe it's breast meat, maybe it's something in its leg for just anything. And then also, of course, it makes an egg. So now we have an egg and we decide to eat that egg. We go through the exact same process almost. We go to our stomach, which then breaks down that big protein structure into short little pieces. The small intestine, again, breaks down those short little pieces into amino acids, and we absorb it, and we can make our muscle whatever we want. So the important thing to realize about non-GMOs or GMOs is that you're going to be doing the exact same thing with it no matter what. You're still going to make the exact same 26 possible amino acids, and you're going to absorb them the exact same way. The only difference between them is this protein structure. What it's made of, what it will break down to is all the exact same. It just has a slightly different protein. The only real concern about genetically modified organisms would be the possibility of an allergy to one of them, but that's actually never been scientifically found. So I hope that this helps you in deciding if you want to have a non-GMO diet or if you're okay with consuming GMOs. That's just kind of the science behind it and how it goes through your body. So be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks, guys.